What are we looking at here, YouTube? This is called catalytic converter substrate. So if you take a closer look at it, right, most of it starts out white. And then if you look at it here, you can see the raw fuel and flames that melted down the catalyst. All right, so see it? And you can see how the fuel gets leaked down into the converter, right? Because it's not firing in the combustion chamber. And then it flashes inside the converter, boom. And you can see how far back the discoloration is. So droplets of fuel, and then finally the coil or wire or spark plug fires finally again, and then boom, it ignites it in the catalytic converter. Once the catalytic converter lights off, okay, here's another piece. Once the catalytic converter lights off, it stays hot and it's on fire because now it has a combustible material inside of it. So now it's going to burn the oil, it's going to burn the raw fuel, it's going to burn the carbon. Anything that's coming down from that fuel, washing it from the combustion chamber to the exhaust valve to the exhaust manifold to the exhaust pipe. Now all that fuel is washing all that crud along with the fuel down inside the converter. And then now it just stays burning. So even if you fix a misfire, the catalytic converter substrate is already contaminated and damaged. So even if it's not damaged from meltdown, it's damaged because it's soaked with a material that can catch on fire. So if you ever had a barbecue and you put your lighter fluid on it and whoosh, you know, it lights up a big flame, you gas it a couple more times with some fuel, what happens? The charcoals themselves, which is the substrate or the catalyst, continues to burn. And it burns and burns and burns and turns into ash, right? Or ash. Now, being that there's no materials that are melting down in your charcoal, unlike a catalytic converter, it starts to melt down. And then what happens is the gas and fuel get trapped inside of these sometimes. And then as they get super hot, and then a misfire happens again, it ignites that fuel and carbon and oil inside these pockets and blows the converter apart. And then another misfire happens. Boom, 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 flash, meltdown, flames. And that's what goes on inside your catalytic converter. So even if you had a little teeny tiny misfire and your misfire counter didn't pick up and your check engine light didn't come on, your car's running perfectly fine. It's really not, because your computer sometimes is not that sensitive to tell you what's going on. Or an oxygen sensor that's just to the point where it's too lean, or it's reading too lean or too rich, but not enough to trip a code. The damage is going on. Maintenance, maintenance, maintenance. Do everything sooner, and as soon as you get a check engine light, get it fixed, because now you're talking one problem created multiple problems. Follow that? Whatever happened before the catalyst is the reason why the catalyst has failed. Thanks for watching.